Good evening. This is V. Shamini Road. Welcome to FIE's Junkanoo Rush, powered by Alive. Good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening.
Welcome
Good
to
evening.
FIE's Junkanoo Rush. We are live tonight. It's all about the Road Hogs, the Road Hog Shack. Guys, how you
Yes,
doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
all is well.
Everybody's good. Welcome, my co-host, Mr.
We
Papa,
got we,
Mr.
we
Kevin.
got our shakes on tonight.
Papa.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, before we start, I'd just like to say thank you again. I know most of you probably saw the unified video that we produced. We were doing during the COVID lockdown. We'd like to thank all of the persons who were involved, all of the dancers, the A division and the B division. And we're glad the message was received about us being unified. Now, only one thing I have to say to that, a lot of persons were on Facebook talking about, and it seemed to, they tried to make it into a competition. But folks, the most important thing was that we came together unified. It is the first time in history it has been done that all of the groups came together to, under one umbrella, unify themselves. It was told from the beginning that it was not going to be a competition. We said that, we knew due to the COVID-19 lockdown that times were going to be a little bit rough. And so it was decided that we just were going to be basic clothing and everything, no costumes or anything. So, a lot of things were overshadowed. And like, again, I say, I am happy that it turned out well. We ended up receiving calls from Japan, Europe, and all over the world congratulating us on a job well put together by the Unified Girls. So again, I'd like to say thank you to everyone and big up to all the other groups that, decided that they wanted to do videos after the fact, which the Unified was supposed to bring all of us under one umbrella to rest down the tribalism. Cause trust me, them video papa, they cost plenty the competition after I was checking little stuff, I just look and just keep scrolling and I laugh to myself. Cause it seems like we can't unify, man. What's with that?
Congratulations to you and all of the participants. It was a job well done. Well, I read some of the comments today, and I just had to shake my head, and I had to chime in and one or two, let them know that originally it wasn't a competition. It was just basically to get everybody to come together and to wear face masks and social distancing and let everybody know that Junkanoo is still here.
Right.
But us being who we are, it's difficult to not have that element of, oh, my own was better than yours. And unfortunately, that's what ended up happening a lot on social media. There was a lot of that back and forth, who was the best and who could do it better, or whatever the case may be. But that's just nature of people. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is. But I would like to really congratulate everybody for a job well done. The One Family video, it took it to another level, because what originally was supposed to be, everybody was supposed to send a 30-second clip or something like that, if I'm not correct, if I'm mistaken, and then you put it together. That was the original plan, correct?
Yeah, that was the original plan, that everybody was supposed to send in a 30 to 60-second clip. And one person, what happened to one person was supposed to do most of the taping, but different persons decided they wanted to do different types of taping. And so, we had one person that was just supposed to edit it and make it one. But you see what happens when you have so many different persons sending in different photographies and different videograph, the quality is not the same. And,
yeah, I understand that. And why I mentioned One Family is they took it to the next level, where they actually produced an entire video, which was exceptional and job well done. It just goes to show that we have the caliber of people right here in the Bahamas to produce.
Well, it was not only that One Family produced a video, Colors did a video also, and
I understand that, but I'm mentioning theirs in particular because of the high quality, and I just letting everybody know that we have the people right here in this country who can do those type of work, as opposed to us having to bring in people all the time. Like the Ministry of Tourism loves to bring in their people. That's why I made mention of it. We have the caliber of people right here in the Bahamas to do that type of production. And that's basically all I have to say about that situation. But once again, to you and to everybody, job well done.
Yeah, we really worked hard, because the first video that we got was really not up to standard, and we had to have everything really revamped within 10 hours. So that I didn't get any sleep trying to get that finish up and trying to get it to the quality that I really wanted out. But it's a learning experience and it taught me a lot. I do a lot of productions and stuff, and I realized that, one person with doing the videography, it ends up being a better quality and it is structured better. And we didn't have enough time to really cut it down and really put it together properly because a lot of persons didn't really follow to the rules that we set in terms of the limit, in terms of getting it to the person at a certain time. It was some days, it was 3, 4 days late, so he didn't really have sufficient time. But through all that, still, we were victorious and it came out pretty well. So again, I'd like to congratulate everybody who participated, including my sponsor, my twin FIE, Brenton Gurol, and Charles Gardner, the photographer, and Cyril Sanders Blaze, Julian Believe, who helped us in on Summit Photography also. So again, we'd like to send our congratulations to them. And we are now worldwide, it's seen all around the world. Like I said, we're getting calls from everywhere. So yeah. Okay, so now we done wrap that part up. We here with the Road Hogs. They call themselves them boys. Them, the world famous, and that's the word? Is that the word, the world famous? Only the girls to say that, eh? Only the girls to say that, eh?
Come on, we world famous, man. It goes without saying, we a brand.
Oh yeah. We trying to y'all need to hurry up, finish talking with these warriors now. Let's get on to Valley Boys business.
Exactly. Please. Not for the warriors talk.
Yeah, well, see that we have to bring up the news. That's a part of our show.
I know. We just
Really
boys and So let's let the Road Hogs introduce themselves.
All right.
Well, my name is Jamal Bryce. Part of the Road Hog Shock. I guess we could go right down the line.
TJ, go ahead, TJ. Go ahead.
Oh, my name is TJ, original Bryland boy, member in the Road Hogs.
Okay. Jamal Steps, go ahead. Jamal.
Yes, they're gonna be studying. Yeah. So yeah, I'm one of the, I guess you can say, one of the founders of this illustrious group. So yeah, I'm here.
Okay, next.
Yes, Jermaine Wilkinson. Body boy from 6 months to now. 6 months old to now.
An AJ.
Say what?
From 6 months old. From Pampas to now.
From Pampas to now. How you know 6 months? How you know 6 months?
6 months?
Yeah.
I had to stay on
Lord Farrington. Everybody calls me Farrington.
Go ahead, Claude. Who's that?
Farrington, everybody calls me Farry. Boy, in this shop. So I won't say my age. But
that's okay, Claude. But what we need you to do, Claude, we need to change your positioning because the lighting above your head is causing you a shadow of you. Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Causing a shadow. That's a little bit better. So let's talk with the Road Hogs. How long have the Road Hogs been, I should call it, or gang, a separate part of the Valley Boys?
Well, the Road Hogs was actually started back at, that would have been Field Rush and Freeport. Well, that's when we would have gotten our name, sorry.
The name, that's when the name
I really can't remember what year that was. But we would have definitely gotten our name at, I think it was the last Field Rush. Well, I think they had switched it to Dust Rush. And with the last parade they had in Freeport that the Valley Boys would have been a part of, we would have gotten our name there. And heading into that Junkanoo season, that December, the Road Hogs would have birthed.
Okay. When was that Field Rush?
It was either Field Rush or Just Rush. I know they had, they switched up the name. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was the last one. And I remember we rushed one lap and it was a landslide victory. So whatever parade that was.
Well, that could be any parade if you're calling it by that.
Well, you definitely have a point there.
Real talk party.
So actually, it all started in Freeport, you're saying?
Well, the
name, we would have gotten a name in Freeport.
Oh, the name in Freeport. Okay.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
And we came together that following December. That following Junkanoo season, which would have been from shortly right after Freeport. And then we would have developed, our shack and come together.
We're looking at about 12, 13 years.
12, 13 years, okay. So tell us, what exactly is the Roadhog Shack known for?
Well, Farah, you could go ahead.
Well, I mean, we know for actually putting dancers and jumpers in the road. We always bring a good product. Well put together. We feel like we're a valuable part of the Valley Boys. Our contribution is definitely felt on every parade, and we more or less make Junkanoo fun. We have a family environment at our shack. We have a few younger fellas who have since gone on to do quite well for themselves, and we have been trying to set an example for them from early.
Yeah.
So where exactly is the shack located?
Well, the shack is located in the Hog Pen.
Exactly.
Where's the Hog Pen?
Stapleton Gardens.
Stapleton Gardens. The public would want to know, so that's why I asked the question where it's actually starting. I visited the Hog Pen before.
Yeah, you have to come to a garden to get to the Hog Pen.
I know, right? But the Hog Pen have a back gate too, from what I
Yes, it does.
Indeed.
Exactly.
So what are some of the most memorable pieces that the Roadhogs produce?
You guys go ahead with that. It's all memorable to me.
Let's give us a little rundown on some of the pieces you did, because I know the Roadhog Shack is known for what, off the shoulder, step down, or you have a variety of pieces that you do in your shop.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Jumpers, step down, costume. If I were to think back, I would go with the costume that would have gotten the prize, which would have been Jurassic Park, back when we would have brought the Oscars. We got second place with Jurassic Park. That morning we had quite a bit of nice jumpers, like Stubby would have had the popcorn. That was pretty popular. We had several Outrider jumpers, and as Fari was saying, back then we would have had some younger guys who was with us then, and they would have been exactly. Yeah, they would have been the park keepers with binoculars in hand, and now today these same young guys are doctors, engineers, and boat captains.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do one become a part of the Roadhog Shack?
Gotta get sworn in, man.
Yeah, that's
I don't just wake up and say you want to do that.
You're like a fraternity?
Yeah, well, sort of, and not so much. It's really, I think what you said earlier in terms of it being a clique, it's kind of like that. And we'd have to know you for a while, because we have even other members of the Valley Boys who wanted to be a part of it, but for whatever reason, we didn't feel that they would gel with our vibe that we actually had to the shack. So a lot of that never materialized, but we did have one or two other guys who joined on a later date. So they're kind of part of our shack now as it is. But there's no official way to become. I guess it's just a vibe. If we pick up a vibe about you that you will gel with what it is we're doing and the way we conduct ourselves, then that's probably the best way in.
Really, just to jump on that point, I would say it's more so in addition to the vibe, it's more so like once you gel, it's more so you have a collection of young dudes who are into positive stuff. I mean, obviously we're here for the craft and love of Junkanoo. Right, but I mean at the same time that everyone, like as Bryce alluded to, has things going on in their lives that is positive, and a lot of time we spend in the shack is not just obviously, and every shack, and I'm sure this is across the country, but in our clique in particular, what we tend to do is obviously we help each other in terms of getting the aim. The aim is to get the costume to be or get the costumes to be, but it's a brotherhood. We talk about life. We help each other in various ways. We come up with business ideas. A lot of the partnerships in Road Hogs have gone on into other things, other business ventures and whatnot. So I would say it's a positive group of young men who will focus. Obviously, we cocktail now. We know Junkanoo is a blast. That we known for that. We know when to have a good time. And
so hold on. How come you're a woman in Road Hogs?
Well, for the most part, most of the, I'll explain, guys. let me do that. For the most part, all the guys in the Road Hogs are married, so that's kind of a sabbatical away, for lack of a better term. So we just prefer not to have females in the shack, just to keep all the lines clear. We don't want any confusion.
Keep on happy.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Good, understood. Good answer. Good answer. Now, one of the questions that I wanted to ask also, I know most of the mornings, like when I come down to do my, I do behind the scenes before we hit Bay Street, and I always catching Jamal with his previous costumes, and I noticed a few of you guys here, I've never done an unsung series on you. And so we're trying to start that back up again. I know I caught Jamal. We want to start that back up again in terms of unsung to get a better understanding of where you came from. And our unsung series has been really important because a lot of the persons have passed and those videos were used to speak. They could speak from beyond their depth. So what their role is and the part that they played in making this thing what we call Junkanoo come to be. Copy your question?
Yeah, I got a couple of questions. Good evening once again, gents. I think I know everybody here pretty well, from past experiences. Road Hogs, you said the name started from the Freeport Junkanoo Parade, Just Rush for whichever one it was. So who gave you the name, or is something that you guys came up yourself, or how did that come about?
I think the name. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, it was a group of us that went over to Freeport, and it was a guy from Giant, from the underground, the name of their shop, Giant Greg and Slade shop. I can't remember his name, but I think there was actually 3 or 4 of us in the road dancing with the same jumper, and he was kind of in the midst of us, and he made a comment. He said, "Man," he said, "you all hogging up the road." And,
exactly.
and the thing is, it didn't click to us right then. So later on, when we would have come together and decided, we already built a shop, and so we needed a name. So we was thinking for at least 2 or 3 days, which name we can come up with, and somebody made mention back to that same time in Freeport, and he said we was hogging up the road, so that's how Road Hogs came about.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. What about your shack? I know where your shack's located. I know the type quality work you guys produce. I know you've been in the number several times. Who's the builder for you guys? Who builds your costumes?
Why? That's a tough one. It varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had several builders.
Okay.
To be honest, I would
we've
say,
had a number of builders over the years.
yeah. I would say we have had Clint and Paul.
Yeah, Clint Paul. Yeah.
Lenny has done. Lenny actually did the last few costumes we did, I think.
Yeah.
That's Lenny Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
And actually Jurassic Park was built by Rot.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I say, we've had several builders.
Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, builders wouldn't necessarily have to be Valley Boys in order to build for you guys.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, yeah, we've always had special permission.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, every time.
We prefer Valley Boys, and as of late, it's been Valley Boys. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Remember like when Clint built for us, Clint was deep in the fold. And then you would have a situation where you had Jermaine was there for a season, and he was a Valley Boy.
Right, Jermaine, Scrap brother.
Scrap brother,
yeah.
Lenny,
so
when
the thing is,
Lenny was with us as well. Lenny built the popcorn for me.
Yeah.
That's just interesting question. I just wanted to know how that all worked out for you guys.
Yeah.
Seeing that we now in the world of specialized builders, we have companies now that you can actually go to and get costumes from. So how do you guys feel about that whole concept now?
I think, it's good for those people who would choose to go that route. I don't see us. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. Like we normally vote on things, but I don't see in a route that we would necessarily take. As of late, we've been trying to stick within the group. So I definitely don't think that would be something that we would look at. But like was mentioned before, if the opportunity presents itself and it's something good and we feel that they could give us the product that we want, then possibly maybe. But more than likely that I don't think that would be the way that we would go. Guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
And my final question for right now is the Valley Boys situation. I know you guys probably aren't in the hierarchy fold to know exactly what's going on, but recently they annexed themselves from the JCNP, saying that they're not going to participate in any parade that is affiliated with that particular organization. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, we stand with the group. We stand with the Valley Boys. Whatever decision is made from the top, we support.
Yes.
When the Valley Boys ready to go to bay, we ready to go to bay.
So you're trying to throw that shade of there that you think that the road hogs ready to hit the road then. That's
Say it again.
The road hogs ready to hit the road.
We always ready.
We always ready. Once the Valley Boys is ready, we'll be ready. But we move when the Valley Boys say move. There's no the same. We move when leadership says we move.
Time to go.
Okay, gents. Well, we're gonna wrap up quick tonight because this is gonna be a short one. We'd like to hear from each guys. We have about 10 minutes left. We want to hear from each of you during your COVID lockdown. You got about a minute or so to tell us exactly what you've been doing during this lockdown and what should we expect from you as a Valley Boy in the near future.
Oh, Jermaine.
Jermaine?
All right. I've been eating too much. That's a problem. I've been, just working from home and just trying to, I was always a homebody, so they ain't really hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
The beaches closing, bars closing, ain't really hurt me.
Right.
So I just been working.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the road.
Right.
That's it.
All right. Claude?
Basically the same thing for me. Basically, we're
so everybody face Georgia just fought from the COVID then.
Well, mine was a little chubby, but it get chubby up. But on about I estimate about 25 to 30 pounds.
Wow.
It
Wow.
looked like it can be here for a while. I've been trying to get rid of it, but it ain't going nowhere. But basically, just been on, focusing on my personal goals. To be honest with you, Junkanoo was probably one of the furthest things from my mind. I think the country is in a crisis, so I think Junkanoo would, for me, would have been the last thing for me to really think about. But in all honesty, I have been on YouTube watching a lot of the parades, especially the past two parades. Still a little baffled at some results, but that's neither here nor there for now. But like I said, we were just dealing with some personal development. That's about it.
All right, Jamal, stop.
And more to say, like to Fari's point, it's just really a lot of personal development. During this time, I would say I'm the opposite. I actually lost some weight, so I've been making a lot of personal gains in that area in terms of health wise. So I should be a little bit more active. I shouldn't have to. I should be able to carry these costumes 360 from the big.
Don't 360 in the square. 360 in the square.
No. I personal development and a lot of, I guess you could say, like the Fari's point, a lot of focusing on to business initiatives. During this time, people are always complaining that, oh, what was me? But guess what? The Chinese always say is opportunity and chaos. So you use this time to.
Rebuild and
Exactly.
All right.
Is the problem.
Right.
Same thing, personal goals. I've actually enrolled myself in a few online courses, long overdue, but no gym, a lot of cardio. Let me tell you about some of the things I post. 10 miles a morning, like that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've gotten more into smoking cigars. It's a simple pleasure in life.
What happened?
Indeed. Family time.
Family time.
That's our number one right there. Getting to know my kids a little more. I don't think the COVID was such a bad thing in terms of fathers spending more time with the children. And that's what we're about in the Road Hogs. We are all fathers and we all guide one another in that area. So, I mean, for me, the lockdown don't really matter. I don't do the beach too much, and 10 o'clock is a late night for me.
True.
So, I mean, it didn't matter too much to me.
All right. Jamal, close us out.
Well, almost all of us are fathers. Jermaine should be one pretty soon. Speaking on him right now.
Yeah. Speak prophetically.
But no, but it's been what it is, man. I mean, like most of these guys have said, it's really about personal development. Actually birthed one or two new business ventures.
Okay.
Just
congratulations on
that. Thank you. One thing I definitely said though that if I had a costume to face during this pandemic, we would have had no excuse. I mean, I would have been finished front, back, decorate, and everything. Because of the amount of time you had. But the one thing I would say is the family time has really been very good. We actually started doing a lot more things together. Started gardening, working out once in a while, and so COVID really ain't that bad,
Right.
Except for the persons that were really affected by it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Papa, any closing remarks?
Yeah, just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I respect all you guys and making a lot of sense in terms of your business ventures. I wish there was a little bit more time so we could ask you a few questions about that, but there'll be another opportunity. So that's basically it for me. Good night, everybody, and have a safe weekend.
All right, guys. So, gentlemen, I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule, to come and have a chit chat with us. We will do this again because this just, like I said, this is just a little taste of what's to come. We're going to try and get to each of you to try and get an unsung series done. And we have Junkanoo Rush have a lot of things on the table that we want to get to the public in terms of getting to know all of the persons in the shop, the media, the persons that make this thing really happen that we see on Bay Street. So, you know, it was a pleasure to speak to your shack. And then every week we're going to have different shacks. So we started, we almost finished now. We have one more shack to do. Then we're going to start over again, getting all around to the other shacks and getting to individuals themselves, you know, to get some more information because people will be watching us from all around the world to really know that this magnificent thing that we have called Junkanoo that we're sharing with the world. So again, I thank you. And from FIG's Junkanoo Rush, which is powered by Alive, we thank you so much. And we're going to tell everybody, we're going to see you Saturday. Hey, guys, we're going to Freeport. We're going to Platinum Nights. And, you know, we're going to go in their shack and just have some conversations with them. So we're going to touch the road in Freeport, what y'all do for they call it Feel the Rush. We're going down there to feel some rush. And we're going to be safe. So again, we thank all of you and everybody have a blessed night.
All right, good night.
Okay.
Good night. Good night.
All right.